3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He gets this one to Mechie.
And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown and for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left for a big play.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That's thrown underneath to Algier.
Pushes him over.
He's into the secondary. And the Falcons are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action. Now Purdy.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to throw. Campbell. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown.
Traylon Burks.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Gets this one to Hill.
Finding room at midfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
On first down, it's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Falcons 21, Rams 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Going right back to Akers.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Campbell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Campbell. Going up top for Cup.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Algier will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Algier again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Darren Hall.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Koo now for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Rams 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Campbell now throwing after the interception.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, why we look at the defense? They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Algier will try to pick it up.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It's a goal of 6. First down, Falcons.
On first down, Purdy.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
They'll look to run with Algier.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
52, Rams 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. On first and 10, it's Algier.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
46 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Rams 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Now Campbell throwing to start the drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of
the 27-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead.
Down right around the 25.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Algier again on second down.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
To throw, Huntley.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Rams! Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On second, here's Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Dragon 60.
Here's Huntley.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Huntley to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 69, Rams 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
COVID-19. Drop 60. Drop 60.
To throw on second down, Huntley. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Ready?
The Rams first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Cowboy
line.
80.
On first down, Huntley. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do it.
Let's go.
Second down and 3.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Tempo. Ready.
Off play action, Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
To about the 35, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Algier now up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Rams' 10-yard line.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. 85 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run with Algier.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the 6.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
18, 5 in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Falcons 82, Rams 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th